the Ramones. This one's called Rock Away, Bass.
Hi people of VC, Andy back, aka Cloudy Milder, this time with a collection video, a little different from the usual style of music that I show. So as the title suggests, this is a Ramones collection video. Ramones are a band that I have loved for many a year now. They've obviously been going since they obviously started since the mid 70's. Unfortunately, no longer in operation. But they're a band I got into quite late on. They were well past their peak, but get into them I did. So it was about 1987 actually, 86, 87 period that I started. I was introduced to them and started listening to some of their records, and yeah, I got the bug for them, and I've been collecting their records and CDs and DVDs, bootlegs, all kinds of things since. So this series of videos, it's probably going to take me a good four or five episodes, I guess, to go through everything. I thought I'd split it up by period or by decade for the studio stuff, and then I'll have a video that's just dedicated to maybe some of the bootleg albums I've got, the DVDs and books, and also I've got a few of the solo project albums as well. So I'm going to see how it goes. I'm not going to rush these out. This isn't going to be a quick fire series at all. I'm going to cover the 70s today, and then we'll see how it goes. There's still a few pieces of the collection I'd like to add, and there's a couple of grails out there which I just don't think I will within the time frame that I'd like. So I'll point those out as we go along. But okay, let's dive into this. So first up, 1976, the debut self-titled Ramones album came out. So this is the Tommy Ramone years.
After 5 years in the institution, now I want to be a good boy.
So I have CD and vinyl version. The vinyl version is the 2011 Rhino Records reissue, and the CD is also I think this is around a similar time as well. So the record itself is straight up repressing from the original analog masters. Very good job. Packaging's really great, even down to the fact that they've not added a barcode on here, which I like. It's on the hype sticker. I've still got the shrink on, but I've opened it up and played it. It's a very good reproduction. I would love to have an original copy of this, but to find a really good copy at a decent price it's hard to come by. But I'm happy with this one. I don't have a favourite track on here because every track on here is an absolute classic. So if you're looking for a good version of Ramones self-titled on vinyl, I'd recommend the Rhino vinyl, 180 gram. CD. This comes with so it's the 14 standard tracks, and then an additional 8 demo tracks. All good stuff. Nice little booklet, live photos, kind of iconic images of the Ramones in concert. Next up, 77. Oh, in fact, not next up. I'm not even showing you the inner lyrics. And every record I'm going to show is going to have the same. Certainly in this video, it's going to have the same Sire, yellow Sire label within it. Next up, also Rhino vinyl and a Rhino pressing on the CD. Leave Home. So again, another good quality repress from 2011. Again, killer soundtrack. If you know these albums, this is early Ramones. This is the Ramones that most people will hear. All the compilation album, all the live albums are from the first sort of 76 to 79 period. So most of the tunes on here, it's instantly recognizable. Bonus material on the CD is are all recorded live at the Roxy Hollywood. It's either 8th of December 76 or 12th of August 76, depending on whether depending on how the date you interpret the date, whether from the US format or UK format. I'm guessing this is a European press and it's probably 8th of December. Again, nice work done on the booklet. I'm just going to show the centerfolds for these because it's generally just a quick, it's got the lyrics and a quick bio of the band at the time and a few notes about the various songs on there. There's the inner for the album. Great shot. Love that. Love the black and white picture. Johnny, Joey, Tommy, Dee Dee. Lyrics. And again, Sire, standard label. I have a few singles as well. These are all being picked up. But all the singles I'm going to show are from the 70s bar one, but all of them were picked up from the same market stall in the early 2000s for me. But I've got a 7-inch here of Swallow My Pride with Pinhead and Let's Dance live at the Roxy on 7-inch, again on Sire. No original cover though. Probably this is pretty big. I need to get a better one for this. That's the one that came in. So, and Rocket to Russia up next. Again, 1977, but this is a reissue, but this is a 1980 reissue. This is one of the oldest Ramones albums I actually have, so I probably bought this around 86, 87 time. It's one of my favourite Ramones albums. It's still got that raw, early feel of the Ramones. Again, killer track list. Cretin Hop, Rockaway Beach, Here Today, Gone Tomorrow, Sheena as a Punk Rocker, We're a Happy Family. I mean, the first three albums, there's very few tracks that even people not that familiar with the Ramones wouldn't know. Surfing Bird as well. That's a great one live. I love that with the I don't know what you call it really. What Joey does with his I guess rolling his tongue around the Surfing Bird part of it. Yeah, I should think these two do better. But again. Inner sleeve, love these little drawings. The Do You Want to Dance up here, one of my favourite. That's probably how I dance. And Surfing Bird, very cool stuff. And yeah, surprise, surprise, Sire label. CD as well. This is just a standard CD reissue. Difficult to see exactly when it was printed because this is just it's just the album cover, the record cover shrunk down in size, so it's very difficult to read on there. But I'm guessing I don't see too many of the shiny CDs anymore printed straight on, so I'm guessing probably late 80s, early 90s. Can't see a date on here. Yeah. And again, this one just contains the lyrics in the same little cartoon images. This one's for We're a Happy Family, and I can't do that. Teenage Lobotomy. Making a right mess of that. There we go. Yeah. Okay, pretty cool stuff. moving through these quickly. This is actually the second attempt I did this video. I did it last night, and it ended up being 28 minutes long, and it's probably one of the most boring videos I've ever done. And I didn't want to publish that, despite yesterday, of course, being yesterday. Today's the 16th of April. Yesterday, obviously being the 15th, was the 15th anniversary of Joey Ramone's passing. So let me raise a glass to a legend that was Joey Ramone. And so I'm having a Edinburgh Gold tonight from a local brewery, the city where I live. Okay, that's the commercial break finished. I got another single from the Rocket to Russia period. This is Do You Want to Dance? And interestingly, on the B-side, there's a track called It's a Long Way Back to Germany. This, I guess, is a demo track, because there's a song on Road to Ruin, which I'll show next, that's just called It's a Long Way Back, which has a slightly higher tempo than this version here, which is A Long Way Back to Germany, but it's the same song. And I don't know whether Tommy Ramone was still with the band when they recorded this version, but it's nice to have it. So it's nice to have something that's a little bit different from the album copy. And there's also Cretan Hop on the B-side as well. But these 45s that I've got, so I picked them all up together. They're really nice to have. I've not really seen too many releases like this with the embossed. I'd call it a label, but it doesn't really feel like a label. It feels like it's been part of the pressing. Okay, right, so after Rocket to Russia, Tommy Ramone left the band, moved upstairs, if you like, into the production side of things, and Marky joined the band for his first stint on the drums. And I mean, when I think of the Ramones, I mean, if you look at all the Ramones merchandise always has the like the coat of arms on it with Johnny, Joey, Dee Dee, Tommy. But I always instantly think of Marky Ramone when I think of the Ramones. He's probably the longest serving drummer, and I kind of wish they would put more merchandise out with the likes of, you know, Marky on, or Richie, or CJ even as well. I mean, CJ was there for you know, quite a long time. But anyway, I digress.
Well, it's good to be back in England, and it's good to see all you again. Take it to the
Road to Ruin, 1978, again, Rhino Records. Now this again is a reissue, but I have no idea what year this reissue came out. It's got it's like a European pressing, and it's got a barcode on it. So barcodes started coming in around, I guess, 84, 85, certainly within the UK and Europe. So I'm guessing this might be 80, 86, 87. I've tried to look online, even on Discogs. I can find the entry for this based on the barcode and the catalogue number, but again, there's no year listed for this actual reissue in Discogs either. So I'm at a loss. So if anyone does know, then let me know and update Discogs while you're at it. But yeah, Marky Ramone's first album with a band. There's no inner sleeve of note with this. It's just plain white sleeve with the Sire label. Actually, this could be a bit later, because this is very, very thin vinyl, very, very thin. So yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah. So the sound on this one, I mean, you can tell the band are changing slightly. The production probably comes, well, the production is better. There's a slightly richer, maybe melodic sound to this album. Certainly it's less raw. I promise that's probably the best way of describing it. It's less raw sound than the first three, and there's definitely a slight change in direction that was you know, pretty much more evident in the albums that came after this. But again, we've got a Rhino reissue, Warner Archives Rhino reissue of the CD, which comes with bonus tracks, of course. Bonus tracks on here are, there's a couple of Ed Stasium versions of I Want You Around and Rock and Roll High School. There's the medley of songs from the Rock and Roll High School album, Blitzkrieg Bop, Teenage Lobotomy, California Sun, Pinhead, and She's the One. And there's a couple of demos, Come Back, She Cried, aka I Walk Out, and Yeah Yeah. And again, nice little booklet, a little bit about what the band were doing at the time, some of the thoughts behind this, the tracks themselves, and again, a great centerfold live shot with you know, classic Johnny Ramone pose. And yeah, lyrics and track listing and usual fare. Okay, I got a couple of singles from this period as well. Again, all on Sire. No, this is about actually on just the move to the printed yellow Sire labels now, so I'm covering the name. So this is She's the One. Yeah, yeah, She's the One. I love this song. One of my favourite Ramones songs. And I Want to Be Sedated. And Don't Come Close, and I Don't Want You. Okay, these are all pretty good shape. Gave them a good clean up. Listened to them for the first time this week in probably about 10-15 years. So nice to do these videos, actually go back and revisit some of this old stuff. That I mean, certainly the first three albums of these, I hardly ever play anymore. It's because they are so familiar that you know, either you don't get around to playing them or you just know them so well. But I had fun playing them this week. So what do you have? We're missing a CD here. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I got my so much for preparation. Right, so after Road to Ruin, Ramones released their first official live album, It's Alive. This is a UK pressing, an original pressing. So this is one of my few originals that I've got. So from 1979. This was recorded live at the Rainbow Theatre in London on New Year's Eve, and it's a killer double album. There's nothing fantastic in the sleeves. In the sleeves are plain white. I'm not going to go through the track list. If you know this album, you know what's on it. It's from '77, so it's basically the first three albums live, mostly in its entirety. I always struck me as a bit odd that after Mark had joined in '78, that the next album after that would be one that had Tommy Ramone on drums, and they didn't do a live show maybe from '79 or late '78. But either way, this is a fantastic album. This is a great live album, double album as live albums I think should be. And again, you know, Sire Records. And what else? Oh yeah, there was the I think even the arrangement of songs on here is fantastic. Particular favourite. So on side 3, just 3 songs that really sort of melt well together. Pinhead then follows up with Do You Want to Dance, and then straight away we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 into Chainsaw, and then when Chainsaw finishes without hardly a breath, we get Nines Vai Dry Beer into Today You Love, Tomorrow World before ending out side 3. And yeah, this is definitely one of my favourite Ramones albums. Brilliant. Yeah, certainly the best live album. I've got a few of the others as well, and but this will be my go-to and my recommendation if you wanted to hear what the Ramones sounded like. And of course, I've also got that on CD as well. Again, this is just a standard release from. I don't know when this is from either. I didn't look that up. I was kind of hoping it would be printed on the CD, but it's not. But again, I imagine this would be a 90s release. And last but not least, not strictly a Ramones album, it's a various artists album, but in 1979 the Ramones were in a movie called Rock and Roll High School, and there's a number of other bands on here. I mean, I mentioned the medley that was on the extended edition of Road to Ruin, Blitzkrieg Bop, ending in She's the One. Other bands on here were Eddie and the Hot Rods, PJ Souls, Eno, School's Out, Alice Cooper. It's a nice thing to have. I mean, the record itself, I bought it off Discogs. It was in a hell of a condition, considering it was advertised as a UK pressing in VG Plus. It's a Portuguese pressing, and it was in G Plus at best. Gave it a really good clean, proper, almost like a scrub. To be honest with you, it was that filthy. It's probably VG now. After that, and of course, as with everything else in this DVD, I have the CD. Again, this is just a standard, no booklet of any description in there. CD. So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope that isn't too long. As I say, this is the first of a number of these I'll be doing. The next one will be the 80s releases that I have. And yeah, if you enjoyed this, leave a comment. If you've got a favourite Ramones album from the 70s, let me know what it is. Let me know why you hate the Ramones. If you do, I can't imagine why you would. Or if you do, why you would have watched this for so long. But anyway, thanks for watching, and see you again soon. Cheers.
We'd like to thank you all for coming. Good night.